Hello and welcome back to this series on Rising Gloomrot, and we are kind of hitting the end of the game here. I was able to actually farm up this recipe for the Sanguine Reaper. So I have the Reaper and I have the pistols now. Probably use the Reaper just so I'm more comfortable with it, but the pistols are actually pretty good as well. Alright, if we look at our list here, we have really 4 bosses here, but we have to do these in order because the difficulty jumps pretty dramatically, and you're definitely going to need the upgrades from these 2 guys before you go and do the last 2. So what we need to do is just pick one, because really they're both equally as difficult. I think it's probably easier to get to Voltatia, and we will get an upgrade to our necklace with him, so let's start tracking Voltatia. I'm pretty sure they're way up here in this room here. And this is definitely a stronghold for the northern side here. Alright, so while we're here, I did want to kind of show a couple of things. Wait, do I have my stuff with me? Okay, I do. I have warrior blood. That should be fine. Yeah, get some of this stuff. Okay, so while we're here, I'm going to run because it's going to be a pain to bring the horse with me. I want to show you where to get the batteries. So batteries can be found in a lot of different places, but there's this place here is pretty nice. It's right next to the gateway, and you can just break the stuff here. Alright, once again we are in the northern part, so we have to deal with the lightning strikes, which is kind of a pain. We also have to deal with these guys. These are the mechanical guys. They are also a pain, but definitely doable. Yeah, these guys, they give the depleted batteries. So you want to get as many of those as possible, because you're going to need quite a few. Definitely recommend just, yeah, fight these guys when you can. And try to clear them out. Okay, so you will spend a decent amount of time in this area for the depleted batteries. You also spend, this place is actually decent for depleted batteries as well. So I would recommend just going through here and clearing things out. It is never daytime here. It's always raining. But the downside is you have to actually contend with a lot of lightning, which isn't too bad in this area. So you definitely have the time to go out here and clear out these guys and get the depleted batteries. Get depleted batteries from chests and from the big vehicles that walk around here. So yeah, I'll have to go through here and grab some of those. You continuously clear this area out. You might have to come down here to reset. This fight is not going well for you, so I would recommend you clear this place out. And also there's a lot of different things down here you can actually grab. So you can also run around here and just grab this stuff. There's also some chests back here. Lots of things you can loot. Alright, here's Voltatia. I'm gonna pop some stuff here. I guess I'll just use the warrior blood. I mean, I can stick with the rogue blood. I think it might be helpful in this fight. Yeah, so that should be good. Right, so this is Voltatia. Not too difficult of a fight, pretty straightforward. She will do her main attack, which is a beam of lightning. And she will also do a shield, which if you hit it, it spawns these little small sparks. So try not to hit her with the shields up. She does do teleportation, and she does go invisible. After a while, she'll summon guards and stuff, so you have to take care of those when you can. And she will also do a lightning shield that blocks a front-facing path in front of her that you can't hit or go through. The part where it starts to get difficult is when she starts summoning a bunch of guards, and then she'll summon a duplicate of herself. So her duplicate will have a shared health pool with her, so you can focus down either one of them. But you'll have to contend with all the spells that both of them do. So the main thing is, try to save your health for whenever both her and her clone are together, and you can just blast them. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this blood. Yeah. Alright. So that is the fight. This just should... explosion should kill him. Maybe. Yeah, got him. Okay. What do we get? We got the, oh, we got a scythe. Yeah. It's a legendary scythe, but it is illusion infused. And it gives us, spell crit damage. You know, that's alright. It's not a bad one. It is a scythe, so it is an upgrade for sure. But definitely, you know, I wish it was different infusion and different bonuses. But alright, so we now have access to Lightning Curtain, which is that shield that they did, and more importantly, the power cores and the EMP. EMP we use to get to one of the raid bosses, so we'll have to get there at some point. But yeah, so that's Voltatia. And we'll go back and make some power cores and upgrade our necklace. So once again, we are in the north, so we will be able to freely roam around because it is all covered in clouds. But the downside is that we have to deal with lightning. Before I head back, I did want to show you, because we can't make the power cores just yet, we need to actually have some batteries. So I did want to show you one thing. Thunderstrike Peak. This place is the absolute worst, but you need to go here to make the batteries. So I'm going to go here real quick and just see if I have some more depleted batteries. We need 10, I believe, to make the batteries. Yeah, so I'll have to get 10, then I'll head over there. Alright, we have 11 batteries, so let's head over there. This is actually a good time. If I'm like out farming stuff, I will push my blood type to warrior, because warrior is really good for that. Okay, so we have to go up here. So this is Thunderstrike Peak here. This is the bottom of it. So you could go here as well and try to loot some stuff. As you can see, there's so many more lightning strikes than what you had down below. This place is very hard to fight in, just because you're going to constantly be fighting lightning strikes, and you have to go through and attack some of these guys here. You want to try to kill these guys as fast as possible. So Yeah, you don't want a prolonged fight up here, just because of all the lightning strikes that keep occurring. It is very hard to heal up here. Alright, so once you have your batteries, I'd recommend getting as many batteries as you can down below before you come up here. You need 10. You go to these little machines here, lightning harvesters, and you just open it up and you hit that button and it'll drop 10 batteries in here. And once it's done, it'll give you the option to grab the batteries, and it's immediately run after that. You don't want to sit here and stand in this area because it will increase lightning strikes. There's another one over here too. I can't use it, but you can charge up 10 more batteries here. I think I need like 3 more. I might actually go find 3 more and then I'll come back and do that on my own time. There's a cooldown while after you've used it, but there are 2, I think, maybe 3 up here. Yeah, it's 3 up here. So you do have 3 you can use, so that's a total of 30 batteries. Yeah, so each one requires 10 to use, and you do get 10 back. So keep that in mind as well. But yeah, this place is the worst, so I wouldn't want to spend too much time up here. I've died to just lightning strikes before. But yeah, I'll see you back at the base. Alright, back at the base, we did wind up getting 20 charged batteries. So that's two uses of the machine. And it only takes 6 radium alloy, and it only takes 3 batteries to make 2. And I believe the necklace takes 6 total. So you don't have to spend too much time farming these. Once you put your stuff in there, it'll start crafting. I would recommend just getting, I guess 20 is a good number to get initially if you want to upgrade your necklace. And then you can make the EMP. The EMP is for this guy here, this Frankenstein guy. I'm going to let these things craft up. It does take a little bit of time to craft up. And then I'll come back when we are done and ready for the necklace. Alright, I am back, and I did see it is going to be Blood Moon tonight, so that's going to be a good time to go out and tackle the next boss. But also I did realize that we need 9 cores in order to do this. So what we want to do is probably go with, I like the bonus weapon life leech. That's always good. Or also, I think spell life leech is also good too. I don't think I have enough rubies for this, so I'll probably just stick with this one as right now. Which I think, yeah, I should have enough of these. So we can go ahead and craft this. It's going to take 3 minutes. Oof. It's going to probably eat into this time here. So yeah, so I have my blood. I have some potions. I'm going to put this stuff away. And as soon as I craft this thing, I'm going to head over to the boss. The boss is outside. Okay, I don't have my necklace on me, but the next boss is going to be here, next to the Curse Weaver. So we just head to this way gate here and just right up to the nest here. My item level's at 56, so I can't really show you that yet because my necklace is crafting. So once this is done, I have everything that I need. I'll just head over there. Alright, here is Mitaka, the Curse Weaver. We do have our necklace on us, so we're now at gear score 80, and Mitaka's 77. I need to wait a couple of seconds for these to fall off. You can't override these. Oh, we can override these. Okay, never mind. Alright, well, let's pop our stuff here and we can get going. Alright, so this boss has several attacks that are not too hard to dodge. Kind of a little bit of an easier boss when compared to the rest of them that are in this level. So the main thing is it will summon mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can do a tremendous amount of damage if you don't dodge their charge attacks. So as long as you're dodging the mosquito charge attacks, you should be fine. Another thing you have to worry about is she will put a curse on you that turns you into a pig. And so you'll have to run around and avoid damage, and just in general just avoid being attacked just until that curse wears off, and then you should be fine. As far as her attacks go, she does a AoE explosion, and then she does also summons these mosquitoes that are like phantom mosquitoes, and those mosquitoes will chase you around and explode when they hit you, so you want to just avoid those if you can. You can try to hit them, knock them back, you know, or damage them with your weapon, but avoid the explosion. Alright, that is the boss. Man, with this blood moon, it is a little hard to actually fail at that. Ooh, get another weapon here. Avenger's Decimator. Yeah, so this boss will unlock the mosquito attack. That's one thing. And it also unlocked mosquitoes from the pest nest thing there. And we also can get access to Ghost Yarn, which is going to be important to craft the next set of gear. So upgrading our gear requires Ghost Yarn. But yeah, and while you're here, you're definitely going to need some ghost mushrooms. So try to grab as many ghost mushrooms as you can, because you will need a lot of those. But yeah, that's actually the boss. Not too bad. So I'll head back to the base then, and we can look at our gear upgrades. Alright, we are back at the base, and the Ghost Yarn recipe is some cotton yarn, wool thread, and ghost mushrooms. And I actually have quite a bit of this stuff. I've been making cotton yarn for a very long time now, and I've also been acquiring the wool thread. Both of those things are acquired in Dunley farmlands, and so if you have some servants out there gathering cotton and then thread, you should have more than enough for that. And then of course the ghost mushrooms, you can get around the gateways in the Cursed Forest. If you've been acquiring those, if every time you go to the Cursed Forest, you should have enough to craft up a decent amount of yarn. So I think in total we will need, let's see, each item requires 9. So just like, you know, the silk it takes to make this, you're going to need the same amount of ghost yarn, which is going to be 36. So we need 36 in total. So based on my math here, I think I should have enough. So it's going to be 36 times 12 is 432, I believe. So we should have enough to make all the pieces. But I have not unlocked all the pieces. I only have 2 pieces. And it's actually worth making 2-piece because you're trading, you're actually just gaining. So you gain a gear level with 2-piece bonus for the Blood Moon, and you're trading that gear level for the 2-piece bonus for the Dawn Thorn. So if you have 2 pieces, it's definitely worth just crafting those 2 pieces right off the bat, because you're also gaining an increased attack speed by 6%, and of course you're gaining the levels as well. So I'm gonna have to actually go and farm up more Blood Moon before we take on the next boss, which is the Night Marshal. Even though I'll definitely be higher than her, it's just definitely, just to make this fight easier, as easy as possible, it's always worth spending the time and farming up those books, or just schematics in general. And of course, you know, no better place than to, you know, running around and try to get some coins for the Brighthaven district. That's probably the best place to farm up schematics, books, and just coins so you can buy them. Okay, one thing I wanted to mention before I start going and farming up the rest of the gear is that now that we have the power cores unlocked, we can now upgrade our Castle Heart to the final tier, which is Castle Heart 5. I need a Primal Blood Essence. I should have one of those. Yeah. So let's upgrade this. And this is going to give us the Eye of the Twilight. So now that we can build the Eye of the Twilight, it's going to require more power cores and some gold and some schematics. I think I have all this stuff actually. I had to go back and get some more batteries from the Thunderstrike Peak because I was needing to make this upgrade here. So I wound up getting 30 batteries in total, and that gave me enough to get the necklace, upgrade the castle heart, and then it should give me enough to make the Twilight, and I should also have enough gold as well. Alright, so I have everything now to make the Eye of the Twilight. So just throw it down here and click on it, and we now have completed the next step. And so we get some new panels for the walls, which is kind of nice. So the next quest is going to be to kill the last boss, Solaris the Immaculate, which is this guy. But we also now have access to this new tab here, the Shard Bearers. So once you craft the Eye of Twilight, you can see the Shard Bearers, and these are the final raid bosses. So this is recommend for groups of 3 or more vampires. So each one of these is a raid boss in a sense, and they all drop an item. And hopefully I can fight these guys solo. It'll definitely have to be on a blood moon. So we'll have to see how that goes, because it'll require a blood moon to fight each one. So this is meant to be for kind of like a PvP, something to fight for in PvP. So you essentially kill these guys. They drop a item. This item, you are not able to use a mount. You're not able to use any spells. You're not able to use cave passages. And you actually go at a slow speed. So you have to take this item and run it all the way back to your base. No way to shortcut that. I guess unless you build a base nearby each one of these, then you could, I guess, shortcut it that way. But I'm not gonna like root up my bases and move them nearby these things, because there are 3 of them. So that require 3 bases, and I can only make 2. This one's actually fairly close. This is the Winged Horror. This requires the bat power to get to it. So essentially, all these items, you can put them in your base. They're like a monolith in your base, and then if you touch them, you get a power up. So you get a temporary 2-hour power up. It's kind of like popping a potion, but they all 3 of those will stack. And this is more meant for PvP. These things you can see them wherever they are. So if an enemy group killed this boss and brought him back to their base, say like right here, this icon would show up right here. So you know where the enemy's base is, and you also know what they have. So you can kind of gauge what you're fighting against. So that's the purpose of the Twilight, the Eye of the Twilight, and it also gives us kind of the final parts of our journal as well that we can work towards. Alright, so now I'm going to go and try to farm up the rest of the upgraded pieces. I think the thread should be getting pretty close to being done. We can go and upgrade up a little bit more. Let's see, how far along are we? 38, not bad. So we are pretty much done with that. So yeah, I can craft these next couple pieces. I need some primal blood essences, which we definitely have enough of. Alright, so with just 2 pieces, we're at 82. So we gain 2 more levels, which makes sense because each one of these is 1 level higher than the previous. And we did get an increase to our attack speed, so that's kind of nice. Alright, so that's 2 pieces down. I need to go farm up the last 2 pieces. Hopefully I can find them in book form. and I could probably go farm up some more gold and craft some coins up before I go over there. And then, yeah, hopefully I can get those pretty quickly. Then we can take out the next boss. So I'll see you when I have those pieces. Alright, I am back, and we're at the book vendor. I just so happened to get the last piece that I need, the Blood Moon leggings. I've spent quite a bit of time, probably 3 hours doing this, and then this is the last thing I needed. I think I might actually need this necklace, but I don't have enough space. This is the stuff you get. I mean, you just get so much stuff. 27 gold jewelry. All that's from just killing stuff here throughout the last 3 hours. And I've actually gone back and forth a couple times. So I do have much more than that. But yeah, so now I have to get out of here. These guys will definitely spot me. But yeah, so that's the last piece I needed. So now we can go home and craft it. I have been getting quite a few jewels too, which have been nice. Some of these jewels are upgrades for sure to spells that I probably won't use, so we'll see how it goes. I'll have to go just fight my way out of here and then head back to the cave and then back to the base. Alright, I am back at the base and I did make all the pieces, and so we're at gear level, we're at 83, but I do have a brute blood on me, which at level 2 gives me a gear score of an extra gear score. So really it's 83, which is almost the max you can achieve. If I had the weapon upgraded, then I would be, you know, technically 84 at that point, but 85 with the brute blood. So with that, we are now able to go and tackle the next boss. So the next boss is going to be Knight Martial Styx. This will give us the Onyx tier, which will be great, and bat form, which is very nice. So Knight Martial Styx actually travels throughout the Cursed Forest. I don't think I have enough time to take her out tonight, because it's like a few hours, but at the very least I can, we can head over there and I guess give it a shot. So I'm going to use probably Spell Blood, just because I don't want to. So what I need to do now is go ahead and grab some potions, and then I'll just head over there and probably chill out until the next night. No need to rush. So I will see you whenever we are ready to fight. Alright, I am back, and here's the Knight Martial Styx. I tried to clear out some space, and hopefully we can pull them before they run into some other mobs. It's always good to have some space with these guys. Alright, so let's get it started. So this is the Knight Martial Styx, and the main attack he does is that he'll summon these group of bats that will pass through twice from one side to the next. He will also do a spin, and that spin attack will release a lot of blades. They don't do a ton of damage on their own, so it's not too bad. The big thing he does is that every once in a while he will disappear, and he'll summon 3 different vampire thrall looking creatures that will run around and attack you. And you have to kill them. He will come back even if they're up, so just go ahead and focus them down so they don't add up, and then finish him off. You are in an open area, and there's a potential to bring in a lot of adds, so you also want to be careful with that situation. And when he gets low enough, he will go into a trance-like state, and he'll summon multiple of those groups of bats, and they'll fly around for a little while, so you have to be sure to dodge those. Overall, the damage he does is not that great. It just can add up if you aren't careful and aren't mindful of the creatures around you. Alright, that's the fight. I'm just going to grab the blood here, and it should take out the mobs around him. We'll see. we go. Ooh, we got the Amulet of the Wicked Prophet. I don't see any weapons here. That's just a book. Alright, so we also have unlocked Soulburn, which is another condemn ability. It does a silence. And we got the Vampire Powers Bat, and we also got the Onyx Tear, which we can craft the anvil. So the Vampire Power Bat is pretty nice, actually. But you can only use it in certain conditions. So we can't have anything on us that we can't teleport with. Yeah, so if we have something on us that we can teleport with, it'll just say you can't use that. But if we get rid of all the stuff that we don't need, we can summon it, turn it into a bat, and it'll let us fly over. So you definitely do not want to use this when it's daytime, because you will die fairly quickly. But it lets you get around. So if you're traveling, you know, from a waygate somewhere, and you need to get somewhere, you know, quickly without having to fight a bunch of stuff, this is the way to go. Just be sure you do not use that in the middle of the day, because that would not be very beneficial for you at all. Alright, and if you want to just get out of it, alright, you can just hit space and you can land wherever you want to land at. Alright, so that's it. Let's go ahead and head back to the base. Okay, here we are back at the base, and this will let us craft up the Onyx Tears, which are up here. So it's Power Cores, Blood Merlot, Gold Ingots, Spectral Dust. May or may not have that right now, I'll have to see. But this is the last thing we need to craft our legendary weapon. And that'll let us take on the final boss. So, yeah, there's also some other things we can do with this, but we'll have to get into that later in a different episode. So that's going to be it for now. We did knock out 3 more bosses, and all that's left is the last boss. And then, of course, we have some raids we can take a look at just to see how those mechanics work. But that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.